Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing amazing today. We've got a nice special message for you. This is going to be a pick a star reading. So I've been working on this one for a couple days now, but finally we've got it all together, all the messages from Spirit. So we've got 3 stars for you to choose from. Now behind each star there is actually a specific meaning, and I'm going to start out the reading with that before we hop into your messages. We're going to do tarot, some archetype, and some angel messages, and of course some love messages at the end. But most importantly, just go ahead and pick one of these that you are drawn to, because ultimately there's a meaning behind it. I've got compatible signs for you as well. And yeah, we're going to hop right into it. Of course, this will be time-stamped after the reading is done. And feel free to hang out if you don't find that the one resonates. So thank you so much to everyone that's going to join in. We're going to get this reading started. Go ahead and like the video, share it. Let's get it out there, and feel free to leave a comment if this does resonate for you. Okay, so I feel like it's only right. We're going to start with Polaris there as our number 1. So if you were drawn to Polaris as your star choice, this is where we are starting. Beautiful. And thank you so much for joining in. So let's hop into it. First of all, I was guided to choose an angel number for each. Now, I've got a really in-depth thing I've written out between me and my spirit guide. So when it comes to the angel number, that can be something you can look for on your own time. But the angel number I was guided just to give you, and it's going to be a reoccurring number that you're going to possibly see. So for Polaris, it is 33. Now, your color that you are guided to connect with the most is blue, whether that be wearing blue, if you have a blue room, a blue couch, however that resonates for you. You could even have blue eyes, but somehow blue is your color, and it could also represent your aura as well. So Polaris, if you chose this first one, we're going to get right into it. So Polaris is known as the guiding star. So if you resonated with that word, first and foremost, you're someone who always served as a guide to your partners. Now, ultimately, when you teach partners this like very valuable lessons in life, there are many ways that they can look at you and sometimes even resent you. So as a guide, you are someone that can often be looked at as a parental figure along with being a partner, in a sense that you push your partner to be the better version of themselves that they don't want to be. So often why your relationships have not worked out in the past is if you resonate with being someone who guides your partners, then ultimately those people that walk away are the ones that don't want to evolve with you. Those partners that don't want to grow and take your advice, although they do see you as a guide regardless, and that is the role that you play often in relationships. Now, the reason for this reading, if you are just going to check out this selection, it's important because in this reading, I'm going to give you kind of a know-how to, if you resonate with this, navigate around that. So that couldn't be a difficulty next time. So first of all, as we hop into this, because this is a specific thing, there are specific signs that you're going to resonate better with, because you want to resonate with a sign that can handle the fact that you are going to give them those either lessons in life, those, let's just say the knowledge that sometimes people don't want to accept. As a guide, that is your job. As a partner, this is something that you've often done. And like I said, it's like, okay, so say if you're a feminine, sometimes you could feel like when you date your partners, you end up playing a mom role. You end up taking care of them, nurturing them too much, or, you know, like they expect you to do a lot, cook or clean for them, laundry. You are someone who is a guide. But at the same time, if you resonate with that, a lot of the times your relationship's not working out. When they pull back, it's because you're giving them too much guidance, too much nurturing, and they don't want to accept the fact that they need to grow as well. So often than not as well, you're going to get yourself stuck in a cycle of repetitive partners with the same traits. So unfortunately, it's like if you found you've dated 2 or 3 with the same result, this is why. You are someone who guides someone to be a better partner And sometimes, or at least the partners you've dated in the past, weren't really willing to accept that. Now, signs that would really resonate well for you with this would be specifically Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, and Virgos. Why? Because those signs are specifically open to also being either a student or a teacher role. They're very open to learning more about relationships, about compatibility, and about their relationships with others. So this is why if you're looking for specific partners, just a little bit of a hint in the right direction, there's 4 signs you may be compatible with, regardless of what sign you are, but just if you find yourself to be a guiding role in a partnership. So now we're going to hop right into the tarot and the archangel messages. And yeah, this is going to be a really beautiful reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and share the video or like it if you do find this resonates. I'll move this out of the way there so we don't see that. Okay, so we've got Polaris up first. Mr. or Mrs. Guiding Light. This is collective. So however it resonates for you. 6 of Wands, and look at that. People truly see you as a guiding light. Partners have always seen you as someone they can look up to, someone that inspires them to be better when they possibly haven't been living in that vibration. And that's the way you attract partners as well. Being in that vibration, being in that knowledgeable yet approachable energy, partners are really drawn to you, but at the same time, it can be something that pushes them away. It's almost like the student to the teacher. They are drawn to you because of the knowledge you possess, but when it comes to you actually teaching them, that's when those partners can pull back and run away. 8 of Wands in reverse. If you find as well you are someone who partners often put in competition with others, this is why, because they don't want to accept the fact that you show them a different way in life. And also, it's like you are someone who is comfortable with trust and with your person and with who you are. So it's like often more than not, people can be intimidated by this. 10 of Cups in reverse. So partners you date are intimidated as well by the fact is you're someone who's able to chase your dreams, and others can feel held back in their own, almost feel like they're watching you achieve theirs, but they're not going after their own. So as that whole guide thing, partners feeling like you are teaching them. And so for some of them, they could feel like when you're in a partnership with someone, they're constantly like a step or two behind you in life. And this can be something that's just really intimidating when it comes to dating. So 7 of Pentacles in reverse, a lot of often partners too, if you are the guiding partner and you resonate with this pile, you could be someone more successful than your partners more often than not. And they see this as something that is very intimidating. Them having less pentacles than you, them having less achievements or success. Look at that. Hangman in reverse. So with this being in reverse, ultimately exactly that. Partners get to the point with you where they feel like they're stuck in a stagnant cycle because they refuse to accept that you are trying to change and grow with them. They see you as someone who they will always place on a pedestal, essentially, with that whole guide mentality. And this is what's happening in your relationships. A lot of people will place you on this very high pedestal, collective, and they'll say, this is what they can expect from collective. But then ultimately, for a lot of you, those partners don't own up to the same level or standard that they're putting you on. They just put you on that pedestal and feel like they're okay to slack. They look at you as an emperor, as a boss, someone who's a leader, someone who you could be a business owner, very successful. And if not, just you often have dated partners who have less pentacles than you, or have the mindset that they have less achievements than you or less success. Now that's something that intimidates partners regardless what gender you are. Your partners could be masculine or feminine, but ultimately they could really look at you as someone who is intimidating. And if this is resonating, thank you so much everyone joining in. Go ahead and like that video, show some support so we can get this video out there, and I really appreciate you watching. Wanted to do a reading that's really different today, so been really focused on coming up with something a little different. So I really hope you appreciate it. And again, this is just guidance as to possibly why, if you feel like you're in a cycle of not working out relationships, however you're drawn to this message, you could possibly be drawn to all three. If that's the case, then hopefully you're able to take a little bit with you out of how you can find someone who's more compatible for you in the future, or how you can avoid another ending in a relationship. And remember, these are collective, so just take what resonates, but I'm definitely trying to make it very detailed for y'all. And so yeah, I'll say the signs at the end again for this reading in case you're just tuning in. There's compatible signs for each section, an angel number for you to look up the meaning and keep an eye on, and even a color. So this color as well, wow, thank you Spirit, I didn't have that download before. So they asked me to write a color down, and it's for you to wear or to have around your home. And ultimately, this is also going to help attract in a very suitable partner, a compatible partner, a long-lasting partner. Ace of Cups, look at that. And this is it. So if you resonate with Polaris, you intimidate your partners. People see you as a soulmate, as a be-all, end-all. We've got wifey or husband material right here. So more often than not, what people could do is just run. If you resonate with this section collective, it's like you meet people before the time is right, before they are ready for a long-lasting partner, the way that you bring in this stability and this independence yet nurturing vibe at the same time, this guiding light. So you could also just meet people that haven't experienced enough at life yet as you have as well, and this could be something that really holds them back. So wow, next one up, we've got Two of Wands. So you are very much someone so independent, and this is intimidating to your partners. You could live alone. You could be someone who is very much reliant on yourself. You don't need help from your partners for bills or finances, anything like that. And so whether you realize this or not, this actually could be a pushback from your partners, feeling like they aren't needed in your life at times, because you are often the person who guides them and takes care of them, so independent and so stable that sometimes a partner can feel like, well, if they're not needed, what's their role? And so for some of you, the fact of the matter is people could run away from you because of that, feeling like they aren't needed by you, which is ultimately an insecurity of theirs collective. This is for you to realize, but just for me to explain to you, you know, people see you in such an upholding, beautiful energy, independent, strong, very nurturing and loving and giving. And more often than not, your partners could run away from that, either not knowing that unconditional love before in their life, and for others, just not realizing that this is what true unconditional love is. King of Wands at the bottom. So that is beautiful. Look at that. You could be a fire sign if you resonate with this section. And if not, this is just the energy that others see you in. They see you as someone very passionate, very outgoing, very much attractive as well. Others are drawn to your aura, your energy, your vibe, and definitely you could be someone who's super into making sure you dress really nice constantly. And love the crown. Definitely got some divine feminines and divine masculines in this pile, so big ups for you. And with this energy, keep vibing like that. It may seem difficult feeling like you are guiding others, you're pushing them to be better, and they're honestly just running away from you. But know that all this happened for a reason, because you're going to meet a partner that comes in and they're going to truly value that fact about you and value the fact that you want to uplift them and to teach them how to be a better person, or to give them that reassurance that they are a good person. For some of you, your partners run away because you do point out the good qualities that they do have in relationships as well. With this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like this is how partners see themselves versus you. You got it all going on. They look at you like the full package. The full package. So I'm not sure if you've got either very successful career, you've got your own house, own place, own car. This is the vibe I get from this pile. And so all of the partners that you meet, they are instantly drawn to your knowledge, your wisdom, and just your knowing of who you are as a person. That attracts people to you. And the way that you so freely speak, or your ability to bring others out of their shell and to guide them in a positive light. Now, the problem is they love that. That draws them to you. But at the same sense, why it pulls them back is if they're not ready to come out of their shadow side. They're not ready to have that true unconditional love with someone. They're out. So let's get a few more messages, but this is so beautiful. And then we're going to hop into the next one in about 10 minutes. If you didn't find this resonates, we'll jump right into the next one and you will know. And I just got to say it's so beautiful because as stars, I was just guided to take these 3. Now for me, I just wanted to look up one thing, kind of what they symbolize, right? So with this, it's guiding, the guiding star is what the name of it really symbolizes. Polaris, the guiding star. So isn't that beautiful? Because wait till you see the meanings behind these. Had no idea, just, happened to be chosen by these, and Spirit just reaffirming every time how beautiful it is. And I just think this is such a beautiful reading to put out for you guys. So go ahead, like that video. Let's get this energy high vibing, because this is just to show you the way that you can find someone who's going to want to have a longer lasting commitment with you instead of just dipping out. And welcome back, Annika. Thank you so much for joining in. Hello there, Paul. Welcome everyone else as well that's silent. Feel free to leave a comment if you resonate with this first one. Wow, look at that. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom, as I'm a chatty Kathy over here. So with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, really just funny because it symbolizes the fact that when you date people, they see you as the good luck totem, and they see themselves as just either staggering behind you in growth, in development, or in life. And this is part of their growth lesson as well. It's like a double entendre, I believe is the word. You truly serve as a double lesson for the people you date because you guide them. But at the same time, they have to face an insecurity of their own, having fear that a partner could either outdo them or be more successful, or the fact that they could even be intimidated by that. But the fact that they have those insecurities. So once those people walk away from you, if you resonate with this collective, know that your job isn't done. They learn that lesson as well. Once you've ended the relationship, or they have, vice versa, they learn that lesson. For a lot of them that walk away or end it with you, wow, this person was trying to teach me how to be a better partner, how to be a better person, or ultimately, collective, you teach your partners how to be a better version of themselves, how to inspire them to want to be the best version of themselves. And so when they do lose your energy and walk away from you as well, they really feel that. They really learn that lesson. It almost really hits home when your energy is pulled back from them, that you were truly just trying to push them in the right direction to be the best version of themselves. But now when you're in those relationships, like I said, it can come across to certain partners with either less experience, or say they have less finance or material wealth in their eyes, and that's something that does bother these partners. It just really symbolizes the fact that you teach them. You teach them. And, sometimes people can't face that. But once the relationships end, look at that. They see you as the star. Wow. So thank you, Spirit. I never thought this message would come out in this first selection, but that's beautiful. So you're the one that got away. If you resonate with this selection, you are constantly the partner. When those partners walk away from you, you could find they come back. If you resonate with this as well, a lot of partners of yours will try and make a return in your life. In the past, this is because they realized the light that you carried once they've walked away from it. Because when they're in the middle of it, it's almost like they don't want to be told. But that's how they're looking at it like, and it's not the energy you're putting out, collective. You're truly showing them how to just be the best version of themselves. And so that's really beautiful for some of you as well. Possibly you could always be the one with a bit more dating experience, either relationship-wise, life-wise, or even age-wise. And hey, doesn't mean you're older. Could even mean you just have a wise soul. So take that how it resonates for you. This is so beautiful. Let's get a few more messages. And also, if you resonate with this, signs I'm seeing for you guys could be either Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We've got Aquarius here with the star, Libra, and we've got Aries, Taurus, and then we've got, yeah, we've got all the signs here. Wow. Okay, so we've got all the signs. Beautiful. Any more messages for this first one? Why else? Well, there you go. Whoo, that's a nice juicy one. Thank you so much. So with this, the moon in reverse, no one of your partners can put anything past you, collective. Because you are a guiding light, you are someone honest and sincere and truthful. So often more than not, if you find you have partners walking away, they could be ones that are non-committal or people that have figured out that you will not settle for any games or any deception. And so more often than not with this, the moon in reverse, that's people realizing they can't pull the wall over your eyes, the wool over it. You see right through people's illusions. And so if you lose a lot of partners, this is because they do not want to change, want to grow with you out of that low vibing energy. They want to keep on deceiving their partners or keep on trying to cast an illusion. And so if you find they walk away, there you go. You could also be a Pisces or resonate with, yeah, you could also be a Pisces. So, wow. Any final messages here? We're going to do an angel message as well for you. And remember, collective, this reading is all about you. So this won't even resonate just for one partner. This could resonate for you having multiple different relationships at different times, of course, and realizing what was the one thing they had in common. And if you look back, if you resonate with realizing you could have been someone who constantly guided your partners, this is the energy you hold. That's the archetype type of person that you are. So look at that. Two of Cups in reverse. Ultimately, people see you as a wish fulfillment, but one they're not ready to have yet. So definitely meeting soulmate partners, but at the wrong time in what they would consider their life. We just had 2222 on the live. So there you go. That is crazy. Now we've got the Fool at the bottom. So every time as well, when a partner walks away from you, you always shock them because of the way you end up bouncing back. So just know that you really uphold that energy. And so this is a positive note for you, collective. If you resonate with the star Polaris, you have this ability to overcome heartbreak. And this is from your spirit team. They just wanted me to say that because you guide your partners, that's why they need you to be able to heal when someone breaks your heart, because you still have a job to do. Ultimately, you could be another person to, even in your future relationship that could be long lasting, you could still find yourself in this role as a guide. That is a beautiful message. I'm so glad I got to deliver that. So that is so beautiful. At the bottom, we got the Hierophant. You are destined for a long-lasting marriage. You could also be a Taurus or a Libra. And if not, it just really symbolizes your beauty. You uphold a certain amount of beauty as well. This can intimidate others, and a certain uniqueness about yourself, an ability to be different, to stand amongst the crowd instead of trying to blend in. Now, this is something that partners could see you as, you know, you like to shine. You like to put yourself out there. You could be very social as well. And ultimately, this is part of your life lessons. This is part of you guiding others to see the light within themselves. So this could truly intimidate your partners for some of you. But keep being in that beautiful energy. That's absolutely the way to be. Let's get an angel message. We're going to finish this one up soon and hop into the next one. You know, I didn't have any idea how long this is going to be or anything. There'll probably be about 20 or 30 per section. But hey, we just got to see what messages come out, and really appreciate you tuning in. I hope you were able to take something out of this reading. So let's get an oracle. Okay. We just had 3 fly out. I was going to do 1, but hey, everything happens for a reason. First one says, surrender to the sweetness. That is so beautiful. So you are someone who is in Venus energy. definitely something you might want to look into in order to really learn a little bit more about how you can take advantage of that when it comes to a relationship, to capture that energy in a positive sense instead of letting it hold you back. And now it says pleasure, joy, make love to life. So the way that you constantly live your life in such a beautiful, uplifting way, you could be someone who's naturally just really grateful for all the little things, all the little beautiful things a part of your day. Seeing a butterfly outside, knowing that it is a guide from spirit, seeing someone you used to know, or for others of you, just really loving the beautiful parts of life. So you could be drawn to flowers, to painting, to drawing, to creativity, stuff like that really captivates you. Music, definitely getting you are someone who is more drawn to senses as well. And so, wow, this is something that your partners immediately are drawn to you for, but also at the same time a little taken back because you could be someone very sensitive. Now the next two here, pave a new path, be the leader. So you are a leader, and this is something that your partners in the past could have been intimidated by and walked away from you for. Light worker starseed, that's it. Okay, that is so beautiful because we had the healer before, mentor, and guide. So if you resonate with this, you're a healer. This is part of your life path, part of your journey. And a lot of your partners either aren't spiritually awoken, and that is part of your doing. You awaken them, and as you and them part ways, you change those people's lives forever, whether or not you continue a relationship with them. And a lot of you may not know that, but look back now and really see, does that make sense? Because it's really beautiful energy to be in. Someone who awakens your partner to show them how to be the best version of themselves. Collective, that's a beautiful thing to be. So know that there's always some positive in the negative. Yeah, those people may have walked away from you, but all the work that you did for those partners, don't think it's not recognized by divine. They just told me to say that. All the spiritual lessons, the growth, and for a lot of you, you truly teach your partners unconditional love, which for some of them could be something they're not as quite familiar with yet, and why it causes them as well to walk away. They could only know karmic love, and here you come in, guiding, happy, free, ready to show them that deep unconditional love. And a lot of people could look at it as a very much so codependent vibe, or if not, the fact that you're trying to tell them how to be. And for a lot of you, that's not the case. It's just those relationships, they could not be ready to learn those lessons. Now, I'm not condoning anyone actually telling their partners what to do. That's a whole different vibe, and we don't vibe with that. On this channel, we vibe with everyone is their own individual person, and you should inspire your partner to want to be the best version of themselves, what makes them happy, and push them into that. So that's the vibe I mean with that, collective, and that's what you resonate with if you resonate with being a guide to your person. So final message, we're going to do an angel message, and then we'll hop into the next one. Leave it in the chat if you found this Polaris resonates, and if not, which one should we do next? Should we do Sirius next, or should we do Orion? Let's get a vote in the chat real quick to see which one you're feeling more drawn to. And go ahead and like the video, show some support. Thank you so much. Okay, so we got a couple here. Your intuition has been giving you all the signs. It's time to take action in a particular area of your life. Hard work will be required. So this is what they're letting you know. You already have an intuition about this, an inkling as to why your relationships haven't been working. So it may even been something past beyond what I've said. For some of you, it could even be to do with you knowing that partners you date, they just told me to say, abandonment issues. The fact that you guide them so strongly, those partners specifically could have dealt with rejection from one of their parents growing up, or just rejection when it comes to relationships. And so they have a huge fear of abandonment. And so when you bring this guiding light to them, what do? Out of fear, they bolt. But really, It's like spirit was trying to bring them a beautiful guiding light, which is you, collective. So just know when you walk away or those relationships end, this is why they see you in that star energy, because even if your past partners have never acknowledged this, even far as back, the first person, I was going to say partner and person at the same time, the first person you could ever think you dated, they would say what you did for them was you showed them that it's okay to want to be a better person. It's okay to want to follow their dreams. And it's okay to want to be a better partner. And ultimately, at the time, they may have looked at you as a mothering figure, a father figure, someone who was trying to help guide them in a way that they rejected because they weren't ready for that, or they weren't on the same vibration to see the light you were trying to offer. Because others can take it as an insult or a backhanded compliment if you are dealing with someone who is more lower vibrational and you are trying to guide them, right? So examples of this, let me get specific so you know what I mean by guiding. So you could have dated people as well, like say for example, depending on your age, could be now for you, could have been years ago. When you're in your 20s, you could have dated someone and the two of you could have dated multiple years. They want me to say this story. I'm not sure why. Random story. This is going to be someone's story. But you could have dated someone and the two of you could have been outgoing, living life, you know, and then all of a sudden you started to get your life together. You could have been someone who stopped going out with your friends to celebrate all the time. You could have went back to school, upgraded, got a better job, got a better pay. And as you progressed in your life, you could have dated this person that many years, but they continued to stay the same. So the more you evolved, collective, you were trying to guide them along with you, never put them down, right? Encourage them to be the best version of themselves or find themselves. And looking back, you could have dated someone, they're saying 5 to even 10 years, and then them just walked away. It's because it was their own insecurities, because you are a guiding, strong light. And when other partners see you evolve so much, it can show them how much they either have or haven't. So what you need is a person who looks at it the same way you do. It's like the glass has to be half full, just like the way you see it, collective. You can't be dating people that see it as half empty, because that's how you're ending up with these same results. And for a select few of you, just making sure that when you meet someone, that first intuition, they're saying some of you like to look past it because you are a guiding light, but not to overlook that fact. If you see toxic traits, low vibrational behaviors, or things you know you've outgrown already, do not dismiss them and think that will be a good person or a good match for you when you know you've already evolved past that stage in your life. Because that's what you are. You're a guide. You'll always help inspire partners or people around you to be the best versions of themselves. But it's like saying, say for example, you know you're very loyal and honest and you're looking for someone who's ready for marriage or kids. They're saying don't go date someone who you know is completely non-committal. Because often the not too collective, this could be you loving to guide people to see the best version of themselves, but being hurt as well if those certain partners either don't make the changes or in the past they walked away from you. And for some of you, they just had to say they made the changes, but then they just left you behind. So that could be a thing as well, feeling a lot of rejection. If you know that you've guided your partners in the past into a better spot in their life, and then they've just thrown you out in the cold, left you like you weren't a partner of theirs, don't be discouraged. This is part of your life path, purpose, and lessons in relationships. And Spirit just wants me to reiterate that for all those times you felt you were left out in the cold or done wrong. Spirit sees all those lessons of growth and evolution you brought to those partners. So when you get your perfect person, your match, they will value that quality in you and it will be worth it. It will make sense. But yeah, this is a beautiful reading. I never thought I was going to get that in depth. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that could bring a little bit of clarity. Oh yeah, so we've got 2 more angel messages and then we're going to jump right into the next one. That was so beautiful. So you share a close connection with animals. Some of you are able to fully understand the emotions of animals as you share a special bond with them, almost a form of communication. Random message, this won't resonate for everyone, but for some of you, you could have had a dog or a cat that you've been really close with, and you could have dated partners that actually were a little bit jealous of the connection you shared with your companion, which is just an insecurity of their own. Again, it really comes down to that. Because you being a very empathic person or connecting with an animal or, you know, just giving off that positive energy isn't something that someone else should be intimidated by. I get the feeling too, it's like you could have been married to someone and you know how the dog always likes one person better than the other, or however animal you have. You could even have a bunny. However it is, maybe a bird. I'm hearing someone has a parrot. Definitely leave it in the chat if you have a parrot. That is so cool. And don't they live like really old too? Like up to 50 years old? Beautiful. Anyways, so with this though, ultimately just know that is you. You are a guide. And so yeah, they just told me to reference it like, you know how the dog always likes one owner better than the other. So you could be that owner or that partner that the animals are always just more drawn to you naturally. And so that could be something that has actually offended your partners in the past. Just a little silly petty thing. So that won't be for everyone, but definitely. Hey, you'd be surprised there, Divine Consciousness. They told me to deliver it, so we're delivering that message. That's for someone. And you'll know if that resonates for you. If you've ever had an animal that was just more drawn to you than your person, and they seemed a little like butthurt by it, is what they're saying, or offended, or they gave you even the cold shoulder for that fact, you'll know if that resonates. And if it doesn't, don't make that your story. Now, next thing up, unexpected blessing is headed your way. Beautiful, divine has noticed your hard work, continued dedication on your path. They also want me to say, so an unexpected blessing will be heading your way for all of this heartbreak. That's beautiful. But for a lot of you, you could be someone very lucky who constantly has blessings or beautiful energy in your life. And this is because you are a guiding light, a guiding healer. And even if you don't resonate with reading or being a healer in a sense of being in the medical field, or there's so many different ways you can heal. You could just be a healer through the way you speak to the people around you in your community, your immediate family and friends. You could be a teacher. There's so many beautiful things. But with this, just know that in the past, the beautiful energy that you bring to the world gets rewarded. And so partners could have seen you as someone who was overly lucky or constantly received blessings. And again, this is reasons why your past relationships have not worked out. So I'm just conveying the messages, but for some of you, this could have offended your partners, feeling like they weren't receiving. Look at that, the Wheel of Fortune, and you were constantly. So you're going to know if that resonates for you. If it doesn't, we're getting right into the next section. And that just turned out so beautiful. So thank you so much for tuning in. Wow. All right, so let's hop into the next section. What did you guys decide? Are we doing Sirius or Orion? Leave it in the chat. Now, of course, Orion's belt is one of the more famous stars, but this is just Orion in general. This is the full constellation. And yeah, it's just like for some of you, possibly when it came to the animal, it always used to sleep with you versus your partner, or say you came home with your partner, it could have ran to you first is the vibe I'm getting. This person could have been offended. And that could have just been one partner, but also this could have been many partners. You'll know if that resonates for you. Now, we got no answer from you guys, so why so serious as we hop into this one? Let's go. Let's see what we got. Hope you liked the reference there. Why so? Beautiful. You know, I am pretty funny too. If you guys want me to make more jokes, just let me know. All right, so let's jump right into, I don't know if I'm actually funny. Who knows? Maybe I just think I'm funny. See, there you go. Paul just said it right there. Your dog comforts you at all times, right? And your dog comes before any of your partners, or puts you before any of your partners, sorry. And that's just the energy I get. You could have an animal you're very close to, and say you have a family with past partners, they could have just, it was an insecurity of theirs. This is just me channeling, hey? I'm not sure why they were offended. Possibly, too, they could have grown up without a pet. So maybe seeing you get the love that they were hoping they would receive from that animal could have offended them. And again, it just comes down to an insecurity thing. I really just get this feeling, if you resonated with that first section with Polaris, the final message we'll just say for that is just the fact is you guide not only your partners, but you guide your family, you guide people around you, and even your animals, and you give off that energy. And ultimately, it was just could have been something that made your partner feel insecure and ran from the fact that you had such a good energy about you. Made them want to be in their shadow self, or you could have, because you're in such a guiding energy, you could naturally attract people that are in a lower vibration than you as well. Always the way it works. Empaths attract dark energy or lower vibrational energy. So beautiful, but that's what you do. You show them the light. So keep on being you and know that ultimately that will be rewarded in the long run. You'll finally get a partner that matches that. So I did say I was going to say one more time the signs. So if that resonated with you, that first section for Polaris, just a heads up, signs that you could be more compatible with in the future if you resonate with being a guide: Libra, Taurus, Virgo, and Aquarius. And like I said, doesn't have to be a guide as a career or anything, but if you guide as in the archetype, if you resonate with that energy in a partnership. All right, cool. So let's get into this next one. Let's see what Spirit's got to deliver. So, Sirius, I hope you're ready for this one. This is so beautiful. Leave a comment if you chose this one, and let's hop into it. So, the angel number you're being guided to look out for this week, and if you feel inclined to look up the meaning, absolutely go ahead. We've got 16. The color you are being guided to surround yourself with, to wear, or to put in your home, or even maybe for a plant, possibly a flower, stuff like that. Purple. All right, so with Sirius, what does Sirius represent? Well, Sirius 4242 on the live is the brightest star in the sky. Did you know that? It's actually the brightest star in the sky. So the beautiful thing about it, and it's in this galaxy. So the beautiful thing about it is with that, in other words, you're someone who has always shined so bright in your life. This intimidates your partners. You are someone very outgoing, very charismatic, very caring, and very much not afraid to put yourself in the light and shine. And so ultimately, this is how you attract your partners, because they are drawn to your let's just say like your attractive nature, the way you are so confident and outgoing and really just like drawn to others. Naturally, you love to have conversations, you love to meet people, and naturally, if you are someone who shines bright, you love new adventures, putting yourself out there, doing things that not everyone would do. Now, this is how you attract in your partners, because they look at you as someone out there, adventurous, beautiful, and really just like high vibing. But at the same sense, this can intimidate the crap out of them, because often than not, people see your confidence and it makes them feel insecure, or makes them feel like, what if you will meet someone better? What if there's always just someone better for collective that shines a little bit brighter than they do? This is what happens with a lot of your partners. So off the hop, it's just like that energy is you attract them, but in the same sense, you could lose them because too, being in that high vibe, you could attract people that are drawn to how confident you are. And so they could put on a mask, but then come said and done, they could not have that same confidence. And so when that starts to wear off, they could feel insecure and walk away from the connection. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. That's you. Brightest star in the sky. So you're trying to fit in. Do we have a couple star seeds in this pile? Possibly. Absolutely. And it's just like you're really trying to figure out how to connect better with others without intimidating them. Because for some of you, your light is so bright, you just intimidate others. Definitely getting this vibe. You could love to wear red lipstick if you're a female, or if you're a male, you love to wear really nice suits, or if not, just button-up shirts. Just something like a little more classy. And I'm feeling like you're someone who's constantly dressed up. Feminines, you could love to wear heels, or you've always got your hair curled, got that winged eyeliner on, you know, just taking care of yourself. And others really notice that about you. Wow. Lightworker, star seed. Bro, thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. Absolutely beautiful. There you go. And this is it. So, wow. Thank you, Spirit. This is why they run. They don't understand your energy as well. Some of you are very wise old souls that are meant to teach others how to truly activate that light within themselves. And by you being your best self, this can literally draw people to you and scare the crap out of them if they aren't acting like their best selves or living in their true authentic light. So this is the push-pull of this section. It's like you attract them in from how strong and confident and independent and positive you are. But then at the same time, the fact of the matter is men or women could wear a mask to try and match that energy. And so then once they start to see that you continuously shine that bright, others kind of fall back in their own insecurity, and the mask might start to fall off, which causes you to either feel not attracted to their less confidence that they initially had. They could start to turn insecure on you. And for others of you, they pull back because they start to feel insecure, and they do it out of fear. They fear you leaving them for someone else. So what they do is they pull back first, and a lot of your relationships could have walked away. So just know that we're going to give some clarity on what the best signs are for you to date, who's going to be able to put up with that beautiful shine, because collective, don't ever stop shining because it intimidates anyone, a partner, a friend, anyone. But for some of you, if you resonate with this, this is your repeated cycle and possibly even the lesson to learn to truly overcome that energy. 4747 on the live. Thank you so much, Spirit. I'm sorry. Wow. I'm sorry in reverse. So these are your partners once they walk away. Defensiveness and righting past wrongs, uprooting. So a lot of your partners realizing once you are them and the connection that it was all part of their insecurities in watching your confidence. So you're someone who's naturally just like really confident in yourself, know what you're about, and wow, we've got called when I split the deck. So soul gifts and training, it's time to step up. For some of you, you've been recently put into this purpose or this mission as a starseed. So the more you're shining and elevating, the more it could be intimidating partners you're currently with or people from your past. And so just to really look at it as a sense that you'll find that right person. For a lot of you, it's going to be a starseed as well. Someone who is in that same energy. Someone who's also trying to be in the world, but not of it. Beautiful. Trying to navigate that. Because it's either this, you either, wow, just had major ringing. So yeah, you just need someone collective who matches your confidence, who lights up a room the same way that you do, and who's also like, yeah, that's my babe, and my babe lights up the room, and is confident in you, confidence in trusting you, confident in knowing at the end of the day that they are your match. So beautiful message Spirit just want me to deliver. We're not even in the cards yet. I love this. So if you resonate with this, make sure you meet someone as confident as you are, or someone who loves the fact that you are outgoing and you love to shine. Because you need someone in that same energy who's going to complement that and not be in either insecurity because of it or fear of you finding someone they consider to be a better match. Because it's like that's their own insecurity, and that's the lesson that you teach those partners when the connection ends. All relationships, all endings, all relationships that work, there's always lessons in them. So instead of looking them as, oh, all these relationships ended, or for some of you could be one, could be 3 relationships you're watching for. Take it out, resonates. But the common thing here is that you teach your partners it's okay to shine bright, and for a lot of them to be more confident in trusting their partner. You teach people that it's okay to be confident and attractive and outgoing, but also you show them that you are loyal, that you are committed, and that you are a partner they can trust. Whether or not they see it at the time or they realize it after the connection's ended, this is what you do for your partner. So if you connect with serious, you date people or, oh my gosh, I'm loving these puns. You date people who are too serious for your outgoing nature. Beautiful. So surrender to the sweetness and golden children. So we'll just read this golden children one, but with the surrender to the sweetness, just surrender to the fact that you are always going to be a bright light, and you will find someone who complements that energy instead of feeling insecure about it. The golden children, you're definitely meant to meet a starseed, and for some of you have starseed children, and if not, it just shows that you have this lighthearted ability to stay young at heart, in energy, in mind, and in imagination. You have this ability to see past what is right in front of us. And so really in the past, this could have intimidated your partners as well, because with being a light worker or starseed, you definitely see things beyond what they are. And often more than not, you were dating people who were in the 3D. So more materialistic, who didn't have that same mindset or openness to thinking of life more than what they did. They just saw it as work, friends, family, surface level stuff. And you collective, always going within, always turning the mirror within to see what you can work on and improve in yourself, the way you can shine brighter, the way you can really put forth that love into your relationships. Now, what partners were also intimidated, the fact is, because you shine so bright, you're in such a high vibration, you are constantly also not only attracting people to you, but you are giving out so much unconditional love that it intimidates your partners. They could feel like they don't have enough love to reciprocate. And so more often than not, this is even an own fear of theirs, but feeling like they can't match the love that you give to a relationship. And that's just because of the way you shine so bright. So for this one, definitely check out dating someone who you know off the hop is like the same type of vibe. Someone who is also either called to be a light worker, starseed. I mean, that's a sure match for you. That's a sure thing. If you pick a light worker, starseed, wow, beautiful. So let's keep going. Here, I guess we'll put that one there. Beautiful. Let's get some tarot for this one. See what else. Okay, so for some of you, you weren't looking for a marriage. Wow, look at that. So if you resonate with this pile, it's like this. When you weren't looking for a marriage, your partners were looking to marry you, and now it could be vice versa. So never being on the same frequency as your partners. You could be someone who was such a free spirit when you were growing up or younger, like say 20s and 30s, depending how you resonate. You could be in your 40s now. But people could just see you as such a free spirit, hard to tame, hard to win their hearts. They could see you as, you know, wild, wild horses. Can't tame you. So, wow, they could really see you as someone who is just like so confident in themselves, and you just had so much you're chasing after in your own life. So possibly some of your past relationships, they could have turned from like not that committed to 100, like really committed real fast, someone wanting to marry you or to you to propose to them if you're the masculine. And it's like what could have happened was you weren't ready in the past. We've got the Hierophant in the reverse. You weren't ready. And so now that energy could be flipped. You could be dating people who aren't ready because you were in that vibration before when you were dating people that were ready. It's like spirit just switched it up now, and now you could be shifting into you're ready for commitments and those partners you're dating aren't. With the Hierophant in reverse, it's just like not dating long-lasting committed people. So definitely maybe to save yourself another heartbreak or a series of them, spirit's just guiding you if you chose and connect with this pile. And you connect with the fact that either you're ready for connection long term or they are, and it's like opposite. Make sure you have those conversations from the start. Next time you jump into a relationship with someone, it's okay to ask a couple weeks in. I mean, maybe not on the first date. Hey, how many kids do you want? You getting married? Oh my gosh, that is so funny. That's like from an old movie, and then people turn it into a TikTok. If you know what I'm talking about, it's so funny. But it's like these two people from a very, very old movie, 5555 on the reading. And the gentleman goes, okay, so do you want to get married? She's like, fine. How many kids? 2? And she's like, 3. And then he's like, 2. And then she's like, fine. And then they talk about living in New York. And then they're like Manhattan or South Side or South Central or something. Anyways, it's so funny. So they're agreeing on all these different things, however it could be. And basically, it's just so funny because the fact of the matter is they were on opposite pages in that whole skit. And this is what I feel like the vibe is for you. So make sure you do have those conversations. Maybe not on the first date or in the first interaction. But Spirit's saying if you want to avoid a series of heartbreaks again, just have those conversations up front. This is a really beautiful reading. I never would have thought it's all these beautiful messages. I really hope this is resonating for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome. We've got Duchess of York and Azad, Mary Ann, Taisha. Welcome back. We've got the Page of Cups. Okay, so collective, are you dating people younger than you? You've been dating pages there. So if you resonate with this, you are often attracting people that are either younger than you actually or maturity-wise. With a page energy, people who are emotionally unavailable, people who emotionally aren't as mature as you are. That's what's been going on with you, definitely. Let's see what else we got here. Got a couple card slips, so let me get those straightened out. We have the Ten of Cups. So people see you as ultimate wish fulfillment. We'll keep shuffling because that was just there. But partners see you off the hop as like you're it. You're like the person they would want to be with. But like I said, it's either when you meet these people, they want to marry you and you're not ready, or you don't view them the same, or vice versa. So Spirit's just saying to really kind of have those conversations right away. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said with that skit, imagine dating was like that way. You just ask them like straight away, like, hey, how many kids do you want to have? Oh, okay, you don't want to have kids? Okay, see you later. Like, but that would save so many people's time. Or the fact of the matter is, you know, this still happens more often than not. Partners will selfishly say they want to have a kid with someone, or say they're ready for commitment when they aren't. So collective, you could have in the past been in that energy, something just to be aware of. And if not, it just really signifies you've been dating people that are in that energy that could even be telling you they are ready for those things. If you're like sitting there going, but I have had those conversations with my partners. Well, then they could be either saying what you want them to hear. So just something to be aware of. And remember, this is just reasons why your relationship hasn't worked out in the past. If it doesn't resonate, go ahead and check out another part of the video. Wow, so we just had a few fly outs. So the first one, the Four of Pentacles. So you could date people more often than not as well who aren't like cheap, but they're more like penny pinchers. They like to save. They're more frugal when it comes to their money, their investments, their savings, and possibly their partners. If this message doesn't resonate for you, don't take it. But this is a clear as day message right here from Spirit. Four Pentacles. Look at that person guarding their pentacles. So you being someone who overly is loving or giving and finding you're being shorthanded in relationships too, that's another reason for your relationships not working out. And that's not something to change about yourself. The Star and the Moon in reverse. Wow. That's it. You've always been the star. Brightest star in the sky. Absolutely so beautiful. Brightest star in the galaxy there. And with the Moon in reverse, it's like, this is it. Anyone you date has a fear of the unknown, of you finding who they would consider to be a better match for you, someone better looking, someone with more money, someone with more stability. This is what happens because you shine so bright. Your partners could automatically assume or fear that. And a lot of them may not open up to you and have these conversations because they find you to be someone so independent. They don't want to turn you off as well. So collective, you could definitely resonate with being someone so confident and strong that partners of yours know you do not like when they act insecure, especially if it's like your partner or say you've been dating them for a long time. You are not into someone turning around and questioning you or questioning if you are still attracted to them or if you're still into them. You could have that happen to you often as well. If you resonate with that in the past, people just saying, are you still into me? Or what are you up to all the time? And you know, that in itself, if you've ever dated a person like that, collective, and you resonate, if you resonate with this, you've dated a few people like that who constantly get insecure when you're dating them and they question you. And the more they question you, the more they doubt the connection, or they make this room in their head or assumption that you are going to move on and find someone else. And so they either do it to themselves, walk away, or you could end the connection because you're no longer attracted to them the same way you once were when they had that confidence that they initially portrayed at the beginning of the connection. And like I said, for a lot of you, when you meet these people, they see how high vibing you are, so they automatically throw on a mask to try and be on your level. But then over time, their insecurities, their lack of confidence shows, or their feeling of lack. Because for a lot of you, it doesn't mean you feel like your partners are less than. This is just the vibe that they give off. They start to feel that because of your confidence and just who you are naturally. So I hope that makes sense for you. But just know that ultimately, this is how relationships don't work out. They truly see you as either, well, this person's going to move on because they're such a superstar, because you're so amazing. Superstar, you're serious. You're literally the brightest star in the galaxy, bro. If you resonate with that, you got to go tell someone that. Go tell your partner, did you know I'm the brightest star in the galaxy? They'd be like, what are you talking about? Actually, your partner would probably say, yeah, you are. And if they do, okay, that was amazing. Spirit just said if they do, then you know you're going to be with someone who can handle your confidence. You need that. You need someone who boosts you up. Hype man, hype woman. I just heard that song. Y'all better hype me up. You need that though, right? You need someone who's not like, oh, my partner's going out tonight with their friends. Can I trust them? What if there's someone better looking there than me? My person's so attractive. And in the past, you could have dated people that never started out that way, but by the end of the relationship, that's who they were. And you could feel that energy they were giving off, that insecurities, and either they would end the connections or you would, because you weren't into it anymore. And this is a big, big pattern that will continue to happen unless for this kind of piece, the advice is just to have those conversations from the beginning. Are you on the same page when it comes to commitments? And you're really just going to know. Can someone handle your shine? Like, too, for some of you, if you resonate with this pile, you could be someone in the public eye. You could have a platform. You could be a content creator. You could be an actor, an actress. You could be a model, a musician, something where you get a lot of attention or recognition for your shine, for your energy, your personality, and for some of you, your beauty, for how you look. You need someone who is cool with that, who loves that vibe, who supports you and lifts you up, instead of pretends and then eventually gets insecure. Now, if you're watching this, the message is just to keep going, because now you're going to have this discernment, and it's almost like a pair of goggles that will show you, okay, is this person just wearing a mask, or are they actually this confident? Are they actually going to be this person in 6 months down the line that they are today? So for some of you, if you've had like a repeated series of failed relationships due to others' confidence issues, ask those questions and know that you'll have that discernment. So I really hope this one's resonating for you guys. This is beautiful. This is like the superstar pile. If you resonate with this, don't ever stop shining brightly. Just make sure you find someone who matches that confidence and who loves that about you instead of feels insecure. Because it's like possibly you've been dating people who need someone as more of a guide versus you need someone who's more confident and is on this level and wants to shine bright with you. Because someone who's ready to shine bright with you, they're not going to worry about competition. They're not going to worry about insecurities or you stepping out on them or being dishonest. They're going to say, yeah, go live your life and see you when I see you. And that's the type of partner you need. So that's really beautiful. Someone as passionate about life as you are as well, because you could be someone, wow. So these just kind of flipped out. I'm just trying to flip them over, but we've got Temperance in reverse and the Sun. Literally, so you are the sun. You bring the sun to people's lives. And it's like people start out either with that confidence level or pretending that they're like, I don't know, what are you dating? Like very good looking, attractive people that are very insecure possibly on the inside there, collective. So they've got that same shine, or they could pretend to, and then when it comes down to it, they could actually not have that. They could actually be a little insecure when it comes to that vibe. So signs you could resonate with are Leo big time, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag, Sagittarius, Pisces, and we've got some more cup energy, and Hierophant, Taurus, Libra. Now with the cups, we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So you could be any of those signs, or people in the past you dated could have been any of those signs. But Leo is the big one I'm getting. If you resonate with this, definitely feel like we got some Leos or some Aries in the house. And yeah, we're going to keep going. Possibly a water sign too, because, you know, water signs as well, very much so in tune with who they are. And so they naturally have a lot of confidence. And so unless they have a partner that is like willing to let them shine as well, that can really hold them back. All right. And I do have signs for you guys at the end. Don't worry. I got signs for you. Who are you compatible with if you resonate with this? But I'm not telling you unless you like this video for me. Thank you very much. Appreciate that support. Queen of Cups in reverse. Sorry, Queen of Swords. Ooh. So in the past, you dealt with people who were very cold, very insecure, or in fact could have made you be that way based on their lack of confidence. Definitely feel though why you didn't work out with people is because you have this like sunshine about you, this warmth and this beautiful energy. And it's like the people that you date could feel insecure, could feel very calculated, like they're constantly trying to figure out their next step in the relationship with you. And meanwhile, you're just someone so free-spirited, outgoing, and out there. You need someone who really matches that nature. Someone who's like, okay, yeah, let's go plan a random trip to Hawaii tomorrow. Let's go. Not someone who goes, oh, well, who's your new person you're going with? And meanwhile, you're like collective. You're like, I thought we would go. What are you talking about? right? But you could be dating people like that, who's like, or you could even just be the type that's like, yeah, I went and got my hair done, you know, and you did it for your person, obviously for you, but a little bit for your person to feel like you're attractive again. And then they could be like, who did you go get your hair done for? Collective, that is not the type of person you need. You absolutely need someone who's like, wow, you look amazing. Look at you shining. You look sexy. You know, you look beautiful. That's what you need. So automatically a huge end to this cycle is just dating someone that's on your level confidence-wise, but not wearing a mask, pretending to be. So use your discernment big time. Any more messages for this pile? Beautiful reading. Wow. This is beautiful. Honestly, it's like, hey, if you're tuning in from start to finish, you're going to learn a thing or two about dating, which, like, I mean, I feel like I'm learning something right now. This is beautiful. Wow. 10 of Cups in reverse, and we had it in the upright before. So this is it. To everyone, you are their ultimate wish fulfillment, but they feel like you're too good to be true. You're the one they can't have. So these people lack confidence issues, and they could mask it at first when you date them, but over time, it really starts to shine through. And it's either like these people turn so cold and detached from you that they break up with you or eject themselves from this situation. And if not, they just like turn you off or push themselves away from you by the way that they act. So insecure or so like needy. So wow, you could date people that like just really, yeah, I get this vibe needy. Like you could be someone collective, you know, feminine energy out with the girls, 1 hour, 11 minutes, 11 seconds on the reading. And your person could be like, hey, where are you at? When are you coming home? This and that. And meanwhile, you need someone who's going to be like, all right, have an amazing time. I'll be waiting with a glass of wine and a bubble bath when you get home, my love. That's what you need. You don't need someone who's like, where you been? So that is the big message that you just keep telling me to reiterate. And it's like you already do go for people with confidence, but they mask themselves and they don't have that confidence. So just be aware. Thank you so much, Juliana, for the donation. So beautiful energy there. Now with this, look at that. So in the past, a lot of people put an ending to the relationship and walk away from you before you can even say what? So no communication. People feel like they'd rather just cut off the communication with you or walk away because sometimes relationships with you, these people feel defeated. They feel like they can't measure up, or they really start to feel the own insecurities within their ego once they like reject themselves from you or walk away from you. So this could really just make them cold. But look at that. That's a strong energy to be in. And specifically with that, you could have either dealt in this pile with, you could either be a Scorpio or a Leo. And if not, you could have repeatedly dated Scorpios or Leos. Or air energy. We got a lot of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Wow. Queen of Pentacles. So you are definitely someone successful. You got the pentacles going on. Now it comes with your confidence. For a lot of you, like I said, you've either got a job on a public platform, something you are more noted for or known. And of course, this comes with you being confident, outgoing, and a light worker for a lot of you. Now, your person or people that you date could find this to be very intimidating. Say you're someone who's constantly traveling for work or being offered opportunities, or hey, say you are someone who constantly is approached for networking by people that they would consider could be interested in you. This could really offend your partners as well and cause them insecurities and why they walk away, because they just seeing you being a bad bee or a bad dude, just really like confident. And for a lot of you, you've got a really good body. You could be someone who works out. This could make them really insecure as well. Just like beauty is what I get. Like really feminine energy if you're a feminine, and like real masculine if you're a masculine. Like alpha energy. There we go. That's the word I need. If you resonate with this pile, you got that strong alpha energy. And so you could honestly date people who end up being a little bit more subs. And it's like they don't try to be, but then they come up against an alpha and it is what it is. Thank you so much for the donation. So this is really beautiful. Now look at this, 3 of Swords. With that, it honestly just shows that you've dealt with a lot of heartbreaks because of exactly what I just said. You knowing that you're just trying to be confident and outgoing, and a lot of people end up being insecure or question you as a partner. This is a repeated cycle for you. I really hope this can bring some clarity if you do resonate with this. Spirit's literally just telling me to yell it, like, find someone with your confidence and you won't have this same series of heartbreaks. Not someone who pretends they have that confidence because they're drawn to your light, but someone who truly has that confidence and knows who they are. You need someone who's sure of themselves so that they can support and uplift you the same way you do for them. So this is really beautiful. Wow. Look at that. But yeah, this is the only pile that the 3 of Swords has come out. So specifically, you've dealt with the most heartbreak. Brightest star in the sky deals with the most heartbreak. But that's okay, because you're going to have a beautiful, beautiful love when it comes in. Just know that. It's like all the things you went through, all those heartbreaks, and ultimately, you know what you do as a partner? You teach people confidence. You teach people how to love themselves for who they are, and you teach partners, whether you realize this or not, but when they walk away from you, how they let a really good thing go just by being insecure. So that's a huge lesson. If you could teach people that, kudos to you. If you resonate with this second section, you really truly teach people that. And self-confidence, you know, that's only something they can learn within themselves, but they learn that by looking at you, collective. So that is really beautiful energy to embody, even if it seems very difficult dealing with a lot of heartbreaks and like people walking away from you. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. So definitely just dealing with people. It's also like this too. They could see your confidence in life and who you are as a person, your willingness to be outgoing. And you could be a great networker. Someone who's really not afraid to meet new people, put themselves out there, and they watch you get a lot of opportunity this way. Now, this person feels like a knight. They feel like they could learn a thing or two from you, or your people that you've dated in the past, multiple persons. So specifically, if you're looking for like the last couple relationships you've been in, these people in general just look at you as someone who really isn't afraid to create an opportunity for themselves, and they don't feel like they have that same confidence. Wow. So Spirit just told me to say that's where it starts. They see your drive or your motivation to be successful, to be outgoing, and they keep saying create your own opportunities. So by the fact that you're so outgoing, you love to network, to meet new people, and you're not afraid to go for it, to take chances. And that's what life's about. No risk, no reward. I mean, if you're not willing to really try to dream and believe in yourself and you play it safe, then you're never going to know. And this is the lesson that you show a lot of partners, but this is also what intimidates them, because some of them aren't willing to make that jump while they're in the connection with you. And just know that if they don't make that jump while they're in the connection with you, what usually happens, you start to see this as a stagnant relationship, not really moving anywhere, or the fact is you start to see them as less confident and find them less attractive, and that either causes you to walk away or them to walk away. So let's get any final messages for this beautiful pile. If you resonate with this one, just truly know it's like you got to keep shining. And they're just saying find someone confident and don't be afraid, because you're so confident. It's almost like maybe for some of you, you could be like, hey, like, are you serious about love? You could ask them that in a joke. And if you find someone confident enough to answer you with a straightforward answer back, say, absolutely, I'm all in, or even with a little funny pun or something really witty, then you know you've met your match. They just said to say, if someone responds with your energy and they even like hype it up or they match that energy, you'll know you've met your match. Some of you, they kept saying, quit trying to make something a rose that is merely a vine in the ground. Although vines are beautiful too, but no, let's say a weed in the ground. So for some of you, trying to make someone appear much more confident than they truly are for you to feel like the relationship will work, because in the long run, it starts to really create an imbalance with you and your partners. Because you're so confident. It's beautiful energy to be in. Outgoing, confident. Just know that you inspire people that way. Not only partners, but other people you meet as well. So the first one says, a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Beautiful. Some of you, there is a spirit message. If you are truly working on something new right now, you're almost there. And if not, it really implies keep holding the vision. And the fact is, you will find someone who matches your confidence and who is willing to have a long-lasting relationship with you. That will come. One more message here. Wow, you're not for everyone. This is it. This is literally I can't even. Because you have so much confidence. You are only for those that are that confident. You best believe that. You got to know it. And you got to move in that mindset. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Now, for a lot of you, it's not embrace your weirdness, but it's embrace your confidence. Stand true in your knowing that you are a outgoing, outspoken, bright, beautiful person, and just need to find a person that matches that vibration instead of feels intimidated by it or held back by it, like insecure. And for a lot of you, you definitely probably feel like you get like tricked in situations, because you could start dating someone. They seem on your level, so confident, so sure of themselves. You're like, great, this is my match. And then as time goes by, you could start to notice they're a lot more insecure or whatnot, or like they're questioning you about silly stuff, trying to wonder where you're going, who you're communicating with, or say even you're just a type to like someone's post or something, or communicate with someone. If someone starts getting that insecure in that, then they didn't have the confidence they did in the beginning with you. Now, I'm only saying if you were a true, valuable, loyal partner as well. We're not condoning any sneaky business, collective. But I just mean in a sense that it's like you have this confidence and you just need someone who doesn't pretend they do, because eventually that fades away. That fades away when you wake up the next day, 7 months down the line and you're living together or however, and you got no makeup on. So, okay, say you're a masculine. Dating a female who's like super confident in their appearance, but then as soon as you're with them and they have no makeup on, they're super insecure or different. They're saying you don't need that. You need someone who is like, this is me, and is confident in themselves the same way you are. And if you are feminine, same thing. You need someone who is not insecure. If you're going out with the girls wondering, are you coming back to them or are you going to leave them? You need someone who's like, have fun and be safe. Someone who wants to pick you up at the end of the night and ask how you were, stuff like that, right? So just kind of a little bit of a direction for you guys to head in, just to realize if you do truly resonate with this. But if you don't make it fit, and maybe check out another section of the reading. First part was about if you found you were more of a guide in relationships. And this one is definitely more about you being more confident, and others kind of just, you really just change people though, because when these relationships end, the lesson that you teach every single one of them is, wow, they should have just been straight up with you in the beginning. There should have been no them pretending to be more confident or them not pretending to be someone other than who they truly were. Because you intimidate people with who you truly are. You're authentic, you're real, and a lot of you aren't afraid to like tell it how it is or be honest and upfront. You don't sugarcoat things. You just are a very genuine but authentic, outgoing person. And so when you date people who put on that same way of being, sometimes in the same sense, they truly aren't. And so you teach people that if they're acting other than who they truly are, once you guys part, every single one of your partners has learned, wow, whether you walked away or they did, wow, should have just been authentic from the start, should have, not pretended to have more or be more confident. It's like if you're feminine, you could have someone pretend they had more money than they truly had, or trying to impress you in ways that don't even matter. And so then at the end, it's like those things all crumble down. built on a faulty foundation. Someone pretending to be who they thought you wanted them to be other than being who they truly are. And it's because they're intimidated by your confidence, by your light, and by your authenticity. By not being afraid to be who you are. So don't look at it as a bad thing, but if you truly resonate with this, just know that if I can guide you in any sense, you need someone who's in that same energy, who knows who they are, and who knows that you're in that same energy that they are, so that they accept your confidence for what it is and don't feel intimidated by it. So this is really beautiful. Now, signs for you, of course, get a like in there for me. We're going to wait till this gets to 65 likes and then we're going to do it. Let's get those likes up. Yeah? All right. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, most compatible, we've got Scorpio, Aries, and that's all I'm going to tell you just because no one actually liked the video. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. Now, we're going to give it a sec and hop into the next message. All right, when we get to 65, then maybe we'll tell you those. Okay, so let's see what angel message. And then we've got a final section here. Beautiful energy so far. And if you didn't resonate with this one, definitely check it out. See what the next one is. Okay, so the first message here. Your spirit guides have been trying to communicate with you. Pay attention to the signs around you and look out for the angel numbers, feathers, and spirit animals. So wow, for some of you, definitely look out for the number 16 this week. That could resonate with being your angel number. And if not, you might be guided to another specific one. Take it how it resonates. And for others of you, it's just like they're trying to communicate to you something about either the past relationship you just ended and you're watching this for, or the current relationship you're either in or headed in. They're trying to communicate something with you, possibly show you something to avoid another ending the way it has in the past. Take it how it resonates for you. So one more angel message here. At this time now, you're being reminded not to let your past hurts hold you back from moving forward. Trust where you're being guided now. Wow, beautiful. So there you go. They're really truly telling you just to understand that everything happens for a reason. It's like, it may seem like even for you, a confidence like knocker, even though you're so confident, you're like, wow, how come all these people are just like running away, running for the hills? It's because you're so confident. So don't ever be less confident. Just find someone who matches that confidence. Absolutely. That's all you need. Not someone who pretends they're confident and inside they're secretly insecure, wondering if you're going to be loyal or lasting. You need someone who is sure of you and sure of your connection. And that's just a little bit of advice I can kind of give you to ensure a bit more of a confident, stable relationship. And like I said, Spirit said they're going to give you that discernment so you can truly see the difference moving forward. So let's let you know now, because I'm not going to hold them back from you. So the most compatible signs for this section, if you did resonate with it, is Scorpio, Aries, Pisces, and Capricorn. Those are going to be the signs that truly, truly, truly are okay with you being your authentic self, are okay with you being confident, and are okay with you being the brightest in the room, because more often than not, you are someone that commands the attention of a room, of a party, of a gathering, of a community, and for some of you, of your whole city or town, depending on what you're doing or your job. So just realize you need someone on that frequency, on that level. So that's really beautiful energy to be in. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this section could resonate for you. And if it didn't, feel free to hang out as we hop into this final countdown, this final section. Now, I will go ahead and leave these videos time-stamped as we are finished so that you can check back and see another section if you didn't find this resonates. But yeah, I definitely get if you were serious, you are a confident person, and possibly you either date people who are too serious or who lack that confidence. And so moving forward, it's okay to, final pun, to have those serious talks with people and make sure that they're on your level. Make sure that they aren't faking the confidence that they portray in the connection. You'll know. Look at people's body language. Don't look at what comes out of their mouth. Look at their body language. Someone saying, yeah, I've got all this and that, but they're shaking while they're talking. Like, I just picture masculine, like, yeah, I mean, and then a feminine, like, and then the song, she's a man to make you work for, make you work hard. Want all her love. And that's how people would look at you, not because you are, but because you're so confident. And then it's like these people that come into your energy, your presence, they portray to be other than they are. Also, I love that. I don't even know where that came from. I really hope you like that download. Thank you, thank you. So, serious. We're over with being serious. Now let's hop into this final section. Orion. If you've been patiently waiting, Orion is here. Also, do we have any Star Wars fans in the house? Definitely drop a comment if you love Star Wars. I don't know why I was guided to say that. Maybe this is your section if you love Star Wars. I'll just like rename it Star Wars. Okay, so let's hop right into it. Orion. All right, so if you picked Orion, there's a few different things here. The angel number, 111. Beautiful energy. You go ahead on your own time and look up the meaning there. Now your color for this section specifically, you are guided to wear, to throw around the house, possibly paint, or at least surround yourself with. And even for foods, I didn't say this, but food as well. Green. So for you, green, and this could definitely represent your aura as well and the aura you embody. Now, with Orion, it is most famous for... Any guesses? Yes, this reading is interactive. Oh, I'm glad you like this reading, and I'm glad you like Star Wars. Me too. Okay, no guesses? Orion, if you just tuned in or if you were wondering, so the one thing about Orion, it's the most famous known star in the sky. Think about all the different constellations part of it. Orion's belt, so forth. I'm not that knowledgeable on them, so I can't go on for days about it. But I will tell you Orion's belt, and Orion itself is a specific constellation with multiple sub-constellations that are a part of it. But the most popular one that we often cite as soon as you look in the sky, wherever you are in the world, is Orion's belt. So really beautiful energy. Now, why? Why is Orion beautiful? Okay, I just love this. And again, when I was making these, Spirit just literally told me to pick these. I had no idea what the meaning was behind it. So even for me, it's just so beautiful to see how connected my spirit team is with me. Just giving you this message. I'm like, wow, this is like a beautiful reading to give out. And just really informative, if anything. I'm learning something about yourself in dating that you may have possibly not ever looked at until you see it from a different perspective. So let's hop into it. If you resonate with Orion, most well-known star in the sky. So first of all, you could have been someone growing up, very outgoing, very social. You either grew up in a small town or a city, but it's like everyone knows who you are. Everyone knows who you are because you're that networker, you're that person. You could be in a very public job as well. You could be a doctor, a nurse, a teacher, something in the community. You could work for the government, something where you really give back to the community though. And so you are someone who is either a frontline worker or just a person who is constantly out there, outgoing, so eager to meet new people and network. Now, automatically, people are drawn to you because of this. It's like you're a social butterfly. So automatically, people you meet are drawn to you for being so social, for being so unique, and for a lot of you for being very much so like a multi-talented individual. You're constantly loving to learn new things, to include people that are close to you in these discoveries. And you're someone, it's like, you could be someone whose phone's constantly ringing. You've got a lot of family and friends that are close to you, or people that just count on your energy. Like you've got neighbors that count on you to shovel, or something like this. You've got people at work that count on you to come in and really be that upholding light, or that person they can count on to always be on time. I really get this vibe. If you resonate with this section, Orion, you're a reliable person, and this is the way you attract partners in. But what turns them off, what pushes them away, okay, is the fact of the matter is the way you attract them in is the same way that it makes them feel less confident, knowing that they don't have that number one spot in your life. Now, you could be saying to yourself, wait a minute, you make your partners your number one priority other than your self-love. But what it is your partners could see you as someone that others are so naturally drawn to communicating with, to their energy, you have people constantly calling you for favors, needing you, inviting you here and there and all that and this. And your person could see you as not putting them first or past partners. Now, whether this is true or not, no, but this is the message, and this is the whole idea behind it. It's just the fact of the matter is, if you resonate with this, people saw you in that kind of light, that you were more giving your energy to multiple parts of your life than just specifically your person. And you could be someone who actually dates people who are more codependent, more controlling, or more wanting their partner's attention 24/7, whereas you're someone who's like, well, hold on, I got to do this for the kids, or I said I'd do this for my friend, or I'm working this shift for someone else. This is you. You're constantly giving back to others. And so in the past, you've dated people that felt like they were just an option, like they weren't your number one option. And especially too, if you were someone who loved to keep in open relationships, who really was about like open communication and making sure that, like, for some of you, I just heard open relationships. Okay, so not going to resonate definitely for everyone, but for some of you, you could have been more non-committal because of your outgoing personality, your nature, possibly even your job. Maybe you're someone who travels for work and you can't really be in committed relationships. And if not, it's like you just resonate with that energy of knowing, whereas your partner specifically, they felt like they were just an option, like there was always competition, like they weren't the be-all end-all. Wow, so for some of you, you just never had serious conversations with people as well. If you resonate with this Pile Collective, you were all about the sun, all about happy days, but it's like here for a good time, not a long time. And that's the vibe that partners got off you in the past, whether or not that's true or not. If you resonate with this pile, this is why your past relationships didn't work out. People saw you as someone who was all about their career, their success, their relationships, but also it's like socializing, your friends. Like you didn't just have you and your person as your life. You were someone who liked to have a lot of people in your life. Like your best friend could be as important to you as your partners, and your partners didn't like that vibe off the hop. Now, this is the way you categorize people when you start dating them. This doesn't mean this is the energy that you stay in throughout the relationships. But again, this is just the way that people would see it in a connection. And you got to remember too, a lot of people look at it as what are the red flags they're seeing right away from a partner. So you could unintentionally be giving your energy out in multiple areas of your life, whereas your past partners, you have dated people who have expected you to give them 95% of your energy. And so this is why it hasn't worked out. Definitely needing to date someone who like understands. Wow. So for some of you, if you travel, you could do world travel. And if not, this is something you want to do. You need to date someone who is willing to understand that, to be open to that. And for some of you, it's almost saying you would do better. This won't resonate for everyone, but like either with someone who's okay with a long distance relationship, or someone who's okay with understanding, most importantly, like that you're always going to be this type of person. You're always going to want to be outgoing and be fun natured and willing to like really put yourself out there. And so it's like anyone who has a problem with that, it's not going to work out. Five of Swords. Look at that. So in the past, people feeling like they just didn't have enough to offer you in connections. So whether or not you were more stable or you just had more opportunities in your life because of the networking that you did, your partners feeling like they weren't quite on your level. And this is past energy, right? Why your relationships didn't work. So almost like a thing too, to find someone you find is more on your level in the beginning when you're first dating them. And of course, only take this how it resonates for you. Right, let's see what other messages. Wow. So 3 of Swords in reverse. You're the heartbreaker. So it's funny because in one of the other piles, it's like you could have had your heart broken a lot in the other pile, but this pile is all about you're the heartbreaker because of the fact that you are so okay with who you are. You're okay with being independent and you love being with others. This causes tower moments. So a lot of your partners could even assume you're the type that, like, say, for example, you can date whoever, you know, in this, it doesn't matter if you like feminines or masculines. But let's just use this example. Say, for example, you are a feminine and you date masculines. You could be someone who's very outgoing and you have a lot of masculine friends, or you network with masculines for part of your job. It causes them heartbreaks because they can't understand either how you prioritize your connections. The fact of the matter is you are networking with all these people without batting a lash, but this person or people you've dated in the past, they're insecure. They don't realize that you do it either from a friendly place or from a career stance, and your person's your person. They see it more as you giving your energy to others and not directly just to them. So if you resonate with this section, that's the thing. You date people who think they are just one of your options, not your option. And that's where a big part of the problems come in, or maybe miscommunications and ultimately causing separations. People you date feeling like you have too many options for them, or they're just another one of your options. That could be a big reason for your breakups as well. And like I said, it's like not even you being in that energy, but people seeing you that way because of the fact that you're so confident. 2 of Swords. Look at that. Beautiful. So in the past, you were the person that ended those relationships for a lot of you. Walking away from these connections, you'll know how it resonates. But knowing that you weren't intentionally ever making anyone competition, and if you resonate with this, a lot of people you've dated, they'll start to see themselves that way. So the biggest thing you can do is date someone who is outgoing as you are, as social of a butterfly as you are, and someone who is as free-spirited and like loving as you are. This is really beautiful. Okay, so let's get a few more messages. Then we'll do an angel message. Just got to get these all facing the same way. And if this is resonating, please go ahead and like the video or share it. Do appreciate all the support. So Ace of Cups in reverse. Oof. Yeah, that's crazy. So that's funny because this is the second pile to get Ace of Cups in reverse. So a lot of people see you as like a be-all, end-all soulmate, or they see you the opposite, non-committal, or someone who doesn't want to commit to them. And whether or not that's true, this is just the energy that you've embodied in past relationships by being outgoing, by being social, and like knowing who you are. And so ultimately people have seen you as someone who either is not going to be a long-term partner. Wow, so just heard that again. Here for a good time, not a long time. So that's how people could see you. You're outgoing, you're flighty, but really that's truly not you. It's just that these partners that you're dating lack the confidence or even possibly like the knowledge that you are just the way that you are. You are a very social, outgoing person. And for a lot of you, you create the sun for yourself by being social and outgoing. You network. You've created either job opportunities for yourself or amazing relationships, friendships, and all that connections through you being your outgoing social self. So, wow, if you resonate with this pile, you could have been the one to often initiate relationships with people, finding they didn't work out. So that's the only pile I've got that message for. But you were the one with the confidence, willing to go up and approach these individuals, these connections, these people you dated. But at the end, all said and done, a lot of them seeing you as non-committal or someone who is just looking for a fun connection, outgoing. Ten of Swords, leaving you in heartbreak, leaving you in betrayal. Now, that's crazy too, because with a lot of this, spirits have said to give you the one advice, regardless if you're feminine or masculine. Your advice with this pile is to let your next person come to you. Clear as day, that just came in right now. Come to you. Because if you keep approaching all these people, they view you as non-committal, as someone who will approach the next person that they're interested in. Now, not saying this is true, but this is the energy that you've embodied in the past, and this is what's caused a lot of the endings and the heartbreaks for you. So your main message here from Spirit, if you know you're outgoing and confident and you're not afraid to meet new people, and what is it, get back up on that horse and try again, then let the next person get back up on the horse and ride over to you and watch it be so much more successful. Because for a lot of you, you're going after people that either aren't ready for a committed relationship or don't view you as a committed long-term relationship, but you're trying to put them in that role. Plus, too, people love it when you let them chase you. So for some of you, you love to chase people, and they're saying, if you resonate with this pile, stop being the chaser. Time for you to sit back and let them come to you. For some of you, they're saying it's going to be hard for you to do because you either love to socialize, you're always looking and meeting new people, and then you could constantly be like, oh, that could be someone new, right? But this is how people see you, so just remember that so you don't carry this energy into your next relationship. So that you carry the energy of actually being committed or being upfront about that. If not, have those conversations. Say, look, I'm someone very social and outgoing, but often more than not, either it gives people a lack of confidence in relationships or feeling like they don't view you as long-term. Say, you want to know straight up, are they going to want long-term commitments? Or are they just looking for a fun relationship? Save you and that person a lot of heartache, but mostly for you, collective. But at the same sense, what they just had to say again is this is you trying to create the scenarios of dating to create the potential partners. They're telling you, no, this is going to create another heartbreak. You need to step back and let this next person come to you. And that's going to be someone who works out better with, instead of you chasing after people. Wow. That is so beautiful. The star came out. I love it because the star came out in at least 2 piles in a star reading. Can you believe that? Thank you, Spirit. That is literally so beautiful. It's like, even if you are questionable on, whether you find this is going to resonate for you, man, just a star and a star alone, that is a double confirmation right there. So 7 of Wands, beautiful. You are someone who is always going to be hardworking and achieving when it comes to relationships. So they're saying to sit back. Stop trying to wrangle them in. Stop trying to work so hard for your partners and let them do a little bit of that for you and watch this next relationship work out a lot better. So you guys are the piles that love to be in love. You're constantly looking for your long-term person. But, they say, too, when you're looking, that's when it doesn't happen. And if you don't resonate with looking, you are someone so social and outgoing, you constantly say, oh, well, maybe that person could have been, or this person could be the next person in your life. Spirit's saying, no, let go of that and just let it happen. Believe in divine timing. Because the more you try and force a relationship, the more that these people are seeing you as non-committal. So wow, the way that you are kind of just like wanting a relationship and outgoing, you could come across as forceful too, in like being stern and wanting a marriage or kids. And this could actually be scaring people away as well. This definitely could have scared away your past partners. Beautiful reading. This is such a beautiful reading. All right, so let's see what other messages we've got. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I hope I could bring some clarity for you today. And if you're just tuning in, I'll put the timestamps up for you to check out after. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of you, you're the younger one in relationships. So they're saying maybe just making sure you're meeting someone with your maturity level or on your level, because more often than not, wow, this is a clear message. So you're the younger one, but you could be dating people that are older, that are looking for a long-term, more serious connection right away. And this is why they could see you as non-committal, because you give off this very outgoing, fun energy, go with the flow, or trying to control the narrative, trying to really like have a hold on these people you're dating. And it's like there's an age or maturity level between you that's a lot different. So if you're the younger person, it seems like you could be dating older people coming in saying, well, I want marriage and kids, and are you ready for that? And that could just be like a red flag to them in your past. And if not, people see you as so outgoing, so free-spirited and networking that they truly don't see you as a long-term wife or husband material. They see you as someone who's just going to want to leave for another person. And if that's not the energy you feel like you want to embody, just know that this is how the past has seen you in order for you to make those changes and come out of it. Beautiful. Then this is definitely your reading there, Princess Twilight. Hopefully it's resonating for you. All right, so any final messages here from Spirit? Now for signs you could be or have dealt with in the past: Aquarius. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Lots of cup energy, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and a lot more air energy and a little bit of fire, so Aries, Leo, Sag. Really beautiful reading though, you guys. With this one, we'll do a few more messages, see if there's anything else that comes out. But yeah, for some of you, they're asking you to, if you are a social butterfly, nothing wrong with it, but have those communications with your person so either they don't question you, they don't start to lose trust in you, or otherwise, for some of you, maybe do take a step back from being so social and learn how to balance between having a connection and you. Because some of you could come across as more of a bachelor or bachelorette type, like single, ready just to like live your life and have fun, non-committal, even though you're looking for something more committed, but just because of the energy that you give off, just like connecting with so many different people and being so free-spirited and out there. That's a really like, wow, I never expected that message to come out, but that definitely is going to be significant for someone. Realizing that you trying to be nice and connect with everyone is actually just making either your past partners feel like you were someone non-committal to them. You didn't prioritize them. And hey, don't get mad at the messenger. I'm just passing on why these past relationships could have not worked out. And if you resonate with that, that could be a serious answer for you you might have always been looking for. Now, final messages, 10 of Swords. So for a lot of you, you always dated someone that was a few years older than you, up to 10 years. And if not, it's either 10 years younger. I feel like you're the younger one here, though, is what we're saying. So you're dating people that are older, but then when they want commitments, you're not ready for it, or they assume that you're not ready for it the way that your energy is. So just something to really look into. Yeah, definitely getting this at the pile that dates a little bit older, and nothing wrong with that, but like I said, just make sure you're on the same level. If you're like, no, you're not having kids, you want to travel the world, do all this and that, then You know, for some of you, you kept dumping into relationships with someone who was looking for marriage next year, for kids, for you to be a stay-at-home house mom. And meanwhile, you could be like collective, you're going to be a model and travel the world. You want to go to different places and you want to focus on your career. However this resonates, that could not be your story. You could be the opposite. But it's just like saying, make sure you have those conversations, because it's a lot of like energy of dating someone who is on a totally different level than you when it comes to the commitment of what you want. So whether or not that's you wanting relationships and more serious and them not, but for most of you, it was the opposite. And for a select few of you, you do want the same thing as those you were dating, which is why you were dating older. But because you're so social, outgoing, and like a free butterfly, those people would assume that you weren't ready for a long-term commitment, or that you didn't give off that vibe. And like I said, I feel like this energy, this reading is just to bring some awareness, because maybe you can look at it and go, oh wow, that's so true, never even thought of it that way. You going out with the friends or socializing with everyone, just like realizing, wow, yeah, maybe you should have spent a few nights with your person or had those conversations so that the two of you were better on communication. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Till next time, take care. All right, so let's keep going. Final messages there. Beautiful. Definitely get that you're a free spirit. And wow, I never noticed tattoo. There's a tattoo on the unicorn. So some of you may have a big thigh piece tattoo, random, but you may have your butt tattooed. And if not, you've just got a bunch of tattoos. You could be someone very much so out there with your tattoos, and that's sick. But it could be something that also in the past made your person question your loyalty, which is weird. But anyways, there goes people. So we've got this strength. Wow. So in the past relationships, people saw you as someone who upheld a lot of strength and ultimately felt like you didn't need them. So the way that you were so outgoing and sure of yourself, confident, you could have also came across in a vibe that you really weren't looking for a long-term relationship, that you were just kind of having fun and living in the moment. And so if that's not who you were trying to embody, this is just the energy you could have embodied, and just to kind of realize for the next relationship you go into. You know, it's like this. I get the vibe of a person, collective, if you resonate with this, you're very social. So you could start dating someone, and then you could want to make either friends with their family or one of their friends or this and that. And you mean it in the most innocent of ways, networking, being friends. But then this could be mistaken by people you date or even other people. Just like somehow that you are either non-committal or that's like immature, that's not you. But meanwhile, it's like you could just be this little social butterfly who loves to be positive and send people good vibes. And in the past, however you dated, these were people that didn't see your spirit for what it was. They saw it as something they wanted to hold back. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. So definitely if you resonate with this, you could have been someone more successful as well. And this was it. Because you have that ability to go out there and connect with others, manifest your dream life, and manifest new opportunities. And this is what your past partners didn't see. A lot of reasons for the endings. So you could have been someone who knew. Make friends. Go out there. The more you network and the more you make friends with people, say for example, you never know. For some of you, you could end up meeting like a group of friends you just really vibe with for the rest of your life. And that's the type of person that you are. That's the way you look at it as. So ultimately for you, it's like +2. I just get the vibe you love to make sure everyone's connected. So it's like if you are dating someone, you want to be friends with either their family or for those they care about. You want to have those people's respect. And you could date people who look at it as
no relationship is just you and I. There's no meant for you to be friends with my siblings or my family. You know, it just depends on the person. But I mean, in this day and age too, it depends on the connection, right? Because, and I get this. I truly get why people could see I could see both sides of it just as a reader. Because, see, you could be someone social, outgoing, being harmless, wanting to make those friends with everyone. But partners could look at it as, well, if you could go out and make friends with so-and-so and so-and-so, what if it could lead to more? Now, ultimately, a lot of that has to do with people's own insecurities, not you, collective. But at the same time, just really realizing if you do resonate with this pile, trying to look at your partner's perspective too. Like, yes, it would be great to maybe be friends with someone in their family or their friend, but at the same time, is it worth it? Is it going to cause any conflict between you and your person? Or, you know, because ultimately at the end of the day, if you're in a union, in a partnership, it's for that person. It's not for anyone around them. So this is why people could see you as non-committal. If you are just trying to keep the peace, be friendly to everyone, they could see you as someone who doesn't prioritize them, the connection, or most importantly, their feelings. And it's so true. I mean, that goes for anyone. Regardless if you're confident or not, it depends on the relationship with the person. It depends on what the two of you discuss. I mean, not everyone's going to be cool with, you know, say you're the new girlfriend or boyfriend and then you decide you want to be BFFs with their best friend. I mean, definitely got to consider that. And that's just the respect of a partner, of dating someone, of caring about their feelings. You may not agree with it, collective, because you are outgoing, social, love to network, love to be friends with everyone. But like I said, you could date people who see it as a boundary, who see it as an unnecessary boundary to cross. And so either date people that are on the same vibe as you, who are like the more friendships, the merrier, or learn how to have that meeting in the middle, realizing that, okay, yeah, I love to be social and outgoing, but maybe making friends with my person's best friend or sibling or cousin isn't really necessary if it's going to offend them or upset them. And that's the realization, because you can look at it anyway. It's not a lack of confidence thing. Some people might just find that to be too close. It depends on your connection. Some people like the boundaries in a relationship and it caps between the two of you and then you just meet the friends and family. But some people don't. Some people like to just be involved with everyone's friends, family, you know, and some partners are okay with that. Some aren't. So I can't say neither here nor there. But it's like collective, if you're someone who resonates with either loving to be outgoing or not, just really choosing to either have those conversations, that communication, what bothers your partner moving forward, or to just date someone who is in the same vibe as you so that you don't have them thinking you're non-committal and you're going to run away every time you speak to someone else. So I really hope that resonates for you. We're going to get some angel messages to finish this reading here. So beautiful. This reading ended up being very beautiful. Any final message here? So we've got the Four Wands in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. Okay, so in the past, just showing that your relationships weren't working out because you were dating people that were not on the same page as you when it came to loyalty. Like, so they would believe that you being outgoing and out there was you being disloyal. And so it's like you didn't have proper communication. You didn't have proper understanding. So making sure the next relationship you get into, you have someone who is on the same level as you when it comes to trust, understanding, and understanding of who you are. Because you're so social and outgoing, it's like you jump into relationships prematurely without knowing the people too well as what Spirit's saying. You could feel like, oh, you know someone from just getting to know them, but really maybe taking the time to spend those extra few months, before you decide you're going to commit to that person. That won't resonate for everyone, but for some of you, definitely, you're social, outgoing, you love to be in a relationship, so you could constantly be connecting with people only to find they see you as non-committal. And for some of you, if you resonate with constantly loving to be in a relationship, you have to realize Spirit just said others see that as well. So they could see you as someone non-committal because you're always jumping from relationship to relationship. Whether or not you're doing that intentionally or not, this is just why some of your past relationships haven't worked out. And I mean, that really makes sense. If people see you constantly going through relationships that are short term or not working out, people are going to start to see you as non-committal as well. So for some of you, if you resonate with this pile, it's just really important to make sure that you actually wait. It's not about being in a connection. It's about being in a connection of value. Waiting for that right person, it's like quality over quantity for some of you. Just really realizing that. So a few more cards flipped over. Knight of Wands. There you go. So in the past, people saw you as very passionate, flighty. And for some of you, because you were so passionate, they just could think that you were giving to others because you're so outgoing and social. Now, whether or not that was true or not, this is just the energy that you embodied. So just something to be aware of if you're looking to be in a more long-term relationship. The Hermit. Look at they're telling some of you to just stay home more, stay to yourself more. And look at that, literally, little social outgoing butterfly. Maybe when you do get in a connection too, have those conversations with your partner and realize that sometimes maybe you're going to have to miss out on always going out and being the life of the party or being the person to connect to everyone if you want a long-term relationship, if you want to be seen as more long-term commitment material. It's okay to say no to going out every once in a while with your friends and to stay in with your person or to work on you, because that's when people start to see, oh wow, this person is committal. They were just in relationships with people that were non-committal, or vice versa. Because it's like, whoever is resonating with this, if you are networking, connecting to everyone, the more people see you as like not having a relationship that worked out, the more that that's going to be seen as you being non-committal. Whether or not you dated that person or not, others will start to look at you in that energy. Two of Pentacles, there you go. Not having enough to provide in a relationship, or not having enough emotional stability for the long term, or just not being committed enough. And this is how people saw you, just by being so like outgoing. For some of you too, you really love to go to either the gym or like any other type of place you could exercise, and your partners could have seen you as someone who was connecting with others there. Whether or not that was true or not, you could have just been there doing your own thing, social. And this is definitely something people saw in the past is non-committal. So making sure, maybe dating someone too, that instead of them questioning you, they want to accompany you to the gym. They want to be a part of your routine with you. You know, not someone who would try and hold you back or place any sort of judgments on you for that collective. Final messages. Haven't shuffled yet. All right, so trust the timing. That is so beautiful. This is the only one this came out with. This is it. Okay, so for whoever is my little social butterfly in this reading, let love come to you. Now is the time to quit looking for it. Someone's out there looking for love. Trust the timing. Trust that it comes down to divine timing. Let go and trust in your spirit team. Do you trust that they have someone amazing coming in for you? They need you to, collective. They need you to. The void. See, trust the unknown. Great cosmic womb. Stop, embrace winter. Wow. So you had the Hermit. Now you have embrace winter. So you know what this means? Spirit is telling you, little social butterfly, do not put yourself out there when it comes to dating. Try to actually kind of hold your energy back a little bit more than you have been, because you've been really putting it out there, and watch your love life change. People will start to see you in a different light. They're not saying you need to stay at home all the time all of a sudden or anything and start ignoring people, but instead of making efforts to constantly be friends with everyone, to make sure everyone is happy. Like, I just get really people pleaser vibes. You're someone who really is outgoing and wants to make sure others are happy. But the problem is, the more you do that, the more others could see you as non-committal. So at this time, pull back your energy, focus on you a bit, and let everything kind of balance itself out. Okay, so any final messages here? Empathic star seed. Wow. Energetic sovereignty. Absorbing what's not yours. That is so beautiful. That came out in the last section too. You may want to check out the other section. It was a different card, but star seed as well. So that is so beautiful. So for some of you, you're truly being called to step up into your purpose right now, into your light, and realize as well how much confidence, how much power you withhold within yourself. So if anyone's seeing you in a light of non-committal, of flighty, of outgoing and a little too outgoing, you can pull your energy back. You can shift that energy yourself really easily by just realizing the energy you stand in. Because for a lot of you, you have a bright light about you, a very powerful energy in the sense that you're so outgoing that, like, you can't not be noticed. So just really hold on and realize the energy you put out there. For some of you, yes, harness it back a little bit. Harness it back. And watch this new person come to you, a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Exactly. You're going to find that long-lasting love. It's just all about divine timing. And this section, this is the only message I got for, or this is the only section I got this message for, but if you resonate with this, you're forcing love too much. You just have to let go and let it be. Let it happen. Let it flow to you naturally. So final angel message. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I really hope this is resonating for you. Okay. So we just had quite a few flyouts. First one says, an unexpected blessing is headed your way. Beautiful. So there you go. Some new love coming in. But make sure you really focus on you in the meantime. Spend more time in nature. In order to regain focus and clarity, spend some time outside. It will increase your vibration and remove all creative blockages. Now that's beautiful, because with that, what they're really telling you to do is to actually just like pull back from socializing so much and spend a little bit time outdoors, focusing on you, self-love. If you are someone who does love to go to the gym and stuff, try your routine on a hike. Do something a little different. It's going to really help you. This is crazy because these two came out in the last reading. You need to definitely check out the last pile. And that was for the star Sirius. At this time now, you are being reminded not to let your past hurts hold you back from moving forward. Trust now where you're being guided and open up your heart. Open up your heart. You have struggled long enough. That's beautiful. So this one gets all the bonus angel messages today. But if you resonate with this pile, Spirit has seen you struggle. Spirit has seen many partners decide that you are non-committal, walk away from you, not give you the chance that you deserved, just based on you being an outgoing, energetic, happy, free-spirited person. Know that everything happened for a reason, and you will have that person that matches that vibe and complements that energy instead of holds you back. There are too many secrets. Ooh, someone may be purposely withholding information from you. Trust your intuition. So if you have any partners in your life from the past and even now, they're saying that these people have upheld some secrets from you, secret insecurities, and secrets about themselves based on how they saw you to be so social and outgoing. These people that you dated in the past, this is weird. I have not got this message for anyone else. You could have been dealing with some non-committal people themselves, but they tried to paint you as non-committal because of how outgoing and free-spirited you were, and ultimately those relationships didn't work out because those people were holding secrets from you, collective. Now, final message. Your angels are guiding this union. Ooh, so this next union you have coming in, if you resonate with this one, this is your person coming in. After many heartbreaks, this is the only pile as well that got that message. Your angels are guiding this union. And you guys saw that flip out. So if you've been tuned in this whole reading, know that your next person, definitely someone that's been divinely guided by your spirit team. This is absolutely beautiful energy to be in from start to finish. I really hope you were able to take something out of this reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys can, please go ahead and like the video. I do appreciate the support. And until next time, sending light and blessings to every one of you.